Welcome back, everybody. I'm Rabbit. This is Pillars of Eternity. And we are picking up right where we left off with one minor exception. Kara here is, let's see, if I can go to her inventory. Yeah, for whatever reason, Kara didn't have her spear that she started with. I don't know where it went or what happened to it. But, we are just going to use one of these bows that we found, and, like, I've looked through all this stuff. I have no idea where it went. I've looked on the, I've looked around, and there's supposedly a bug where, I'm gonna lower the volume just a little bit. There's supposedly a bug where, weapons just disappear. But I'm not sure what's causing it. So we're just gonna go through here. Cracked ones along the wall, along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it, so we're gonna push on the wall. Despite the damage, the stone looks heavy and solid. So let's send Kaliska, because she's probably got... Kaliska pushes with all her might, and the crack begins to spread. Finally, the ancient masonry gives way. The wall crashes down, revealing a circular room ahead. Might 16. So yeah, I figured she would have the might to knock that down. So we're gonna continue sneaking. Unpause the game. We already know that this guy isn't that big of a deal. We will send her in to knock him down. Make sure my chant is actually working. I do want to like move over here. And we'll send this guy in. Just to make sure that it's, you know, actually working. I did do about 8 damage there. Which is pretty good. So it wasn't too bad. I really wish that she hadn't lost her spear. Lockpicks. We'll take all this.
Sure.
We'll continue sneaking. I would really like to have Kara up in the front row.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Actually, no, I don't hear anything. But for whatever reason, she doesn't have a spear, so we're just going to have to deal with this for now. Crossbow. Leather armor. Which is pretty nice. And within relief gem. I wonder what that is. Torch and a tattered journal. So we'll have her take all this. Go in their inventory here. I find it hard to believe that she only has padded armor. Scale armor, yeah, that's what I figured. This guy's got leather armor. And I suppose I should go ahead and give that to her. Does slow her action time down a little bit, but it gives her some more damage reduction. So, actually, let's see. 5 to blunt, 5 piercing, 4 blunt, 5 piercing, 5 fire. I'm assuming that's what that is? No. 4 damage reduction, 5 to blunt. Maybe we'll keep the padded armor for now. Crossbow I don't want to use. We will read the tattered journal though. The small folio is torn in several places and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine Ingwithing artifact. Fellow who had it said it was a pretty nothing as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins, but if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then it's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Silentless in the morning, and it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. Interesting. So I have everybody sneak back up through here. So this is the room we came in. And there's that little fella again. Let's go up to him. Let's give it some meat. Nose is excitedly at something. It steps back and points to your pack, salivating and holding a spear at you. Yeah, let's give it some meat. You produce a piece of sculder meat from your pack and toss it on the floor. The Zarp's nostrils flare at the scent of the fresh meat, and its eyes dart between you and the food. It creeps toward the prize, shoving the spear into your grip and snatching the meat with both hands at the last moment. Its gullet quivers as it devours the flesh in noisy chomps. Nice. So, a Zarp spear is what we got. It is a one-handed spear, 11, 16 piercing damage. Accuracy +5. So, okay, awesome. So we got our spear back. So I can give that back to her. I'll actually put the bow as our secondary, just in case. But we will keep the spear, and hopefully, hopefully that stays there. And we'll give this torch to this guy, as well as this book. That way she's got like a ranged option if she needs it. So, awesome. Can we do anything else with him? Continues on the... No, guess not. Alright, so that worked out okay. And we'll continue to sneak along. And we'll go in this room next, I think. Probably exploring a little too much, but... may as well light these things. We'll use the torch. The flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding their way upwards. Interesting.
You'll never know I'm here.
Do the same thing over here. This is probably going to summon some, like, horribly powerful entity that we can't even take. So what does that do now? We'll explore a little bit more, see if there's any... This mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. Okay. Good to know, I suppose. Keep sneaking along through here. I don't see anything else that we can light, so... What is this? A lesser black ooze. Okay. Lots of ooze around here. Let's see if we can't sneak around. Nope. Cannot sneak around, so... we'll send her over. We'll have everybody just start dealing damage to this thing. 15 damage, that's pretty nice. Can't summon anything just yet. Well, we can now, but it's almost dead, so there's no point. Kara's dealing some pretty nice damage now. 16. I wonder when she lost her spear, because she wasn't dealing that much damage before. Use plasm. So we'll take that stuff.
Sure. Right.
Have everybody sneak again.
Muck on the wall.
Vicious and oily, this muck clings to anything it touches. Hello. A vicious slick of something dark and tar-like runs down the wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clear off the ooze. May as well. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an ancient, intricate relief of a man's face. The sun bursts surrounding. It has chipped away in places, but the details of his face, of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem fills the other. Might as well place the gem, right? The chamber begins to rumble. Stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of wall gives way. Ooh.
They'll never know I'm here.
Hello. So there is more ooze in here, looks like, which is okay. We don't want to rush on in there, though. So we'll have everybody just rush in, though. Even after I just said that we didn't want to. We'll have them rush in, start attacking.
Yeah?
So that was that. It was pretty simple.
Yeah?
We'll take the more ooze.
Be quiet. Found something.
What did you find exactly? Aha, there it is. Ooh, minor cloak of protection. Properties of fortitude +5. Reflex +5. Is that offensive, I'm assuming? Capes and cloaks can be worn for protection from the elements and from prying eyes alike. Many are woven with spells to provide additional defense and enhanced abilities to the wearer. So we will take these in our inventory. Definitely give this to... Did I put it in the stash? Maybe I did. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we'll put this here. Now, the stash, as far as I know, is completely unlimited space, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. And that'll work, I think. So that was probably worth exploring. Now we have one more room down this way that we can explore. So we may as well go down there. We probably don't need to sneak anymore. I mean, so far everything's been pretty easy for us and we haven't discovered anything through here anyway, so. Now once we go back in this way, I'll probably sneak. Just because it does let us spot stuff that we
Never know I'm here.
wouldn't ordinarily see, so it's totally worth doing. So far so good, though. I worry.
Should move.
I worry that maybe I'm spending too much time in this cave, but doesn't seem like it. So we have finally some camping supplies. So we'll take those. A one-handed mace, 11 to 16 crush. Take those as well. And a hammer and chisel. Yeah, may as well take that. You've discovered camping supplies. You can use these to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all your character's abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. And since I am playing on normal, small shield, 8 deflection. I may actually take the small shield, leave the torch. Reason being is Small shield. Did that go in our stash too? It did. Stop going in there. The small shield doesn't lower her accuracy. Let's see what it looks like. Wow. I'm not kidding. It's definitely small. But it does raise her accuracy up, so I think that'll be worth it. And it's only like, what is it, -4? Yeah, -4 deflection. So that's okay. I can deal with that, I think. And all this other crap we're going to end up selling, probably, so.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So we can probably just go ahead and run back out of here. We've already explored pretty much everything. We do have to lead everybody one at a time through this.
How can I help?
Don't want to get anybody killed on traps that we've already disarmed. That would be foolish.
Hmm? Mm-hmm. Hmm? Right.
So that's not too bad. Now I think we can get the hell out of here. I don't
Stay quiet.
think there's anything over here that we're missing. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So we are able to camp now, but I don't think we need to. So we'll just go ahead and get out of here. Defending melee weapons do the most. Yeah, completely missed that, but that's okay. So it may be a good idea to set up camp here. Interesting. 4 figures stand silhouetted before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, inscrutable and ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you're well obscured from their view. The face of one of the figures is distantly visible, framed by long tendrils of oily gray hair, tinged dark at the ends, and a thick beard that seems to obscure all trace of emotion. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you've ever seen, and his head is crowned with a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions jutting out, one on either side like the wings of some profane and malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favorite. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Interesting. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below like a ragged spike, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined, the work perhaps of a prodigious but fevered mind. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, his oily hair tucked beneath a black cowl and a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and that question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place. Flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Heoden and Kaliska lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Well, that's unfortunate. I thought we'd save them. That kind of sucks. So, well, we'll take this. May as well take the scale armor, we may need it. And the battle axe. And the book. Definitely the lockpicks. The torch. I don't think we need the book, to be honest. Take the crossbow. May as well take the daggers. Leather armor. I think that's all we need. We did take all this stuff, right? It's in our stash, yeah. Just making sure. And we've advanced the level. Now, we just need to... I just need to figure out how to level her up. Which I've forgotten how to do. You can change the formation. Interesting. We'll go with that formation. Now... Not exactly sure how to level her up. There we go. We just click on that. Okay. That's what I was looking for. So, skills, we have 6 points. Skills allow your character to perform specialized actions like scouting, detecting traps, picking locks, or reading scrolls. They can also be used to overcome obstacles in conversations and scripted interactions. Skills will advance as your characters gain level, but items and other bonuses can also increase skills. So, lore, definitely 1. Increases consumable duration, which is pretty nice. I think we'll bump up lore and probably athletics. And I wanna bump up Lorien. Like, I don't wanna really go into mechanics. I kinda wanna save that for somebody else. I mean, I could, but I don't really want to, so we'll go with lore. And now we can choose another invocation. Level 1 invocation. And let's see. This one, electricity. Thunderous explosion stuns and shoves enemies in the area of effect. Interesting. Increases the slash and shock damage reduction for allies in the area of effect. Plus 5 damage reduction. So I think... I think I'm going to make her kind of offensive. So, we're probably going to go with this Phantom guy, to be honest. Yeah, I actually really like that. Ancient Memory. What does Ancient Memory do? Invokes a primal energy, causing allies within range to benefit from constant endurance regeneration, while the chanter is chanting. That actually sounds really good. But what else can we get? What's Hold the Line? Trains the character in new defensive strategies, increasing his or her engagement limit by 1. Pretty nice. Snake's reflexes increases character's reflex. Plus 10 to reflex. These are all kind of self-explanatory. Equipped shields deflection bonuses are increased and grant an equal bonus to the character's reflex. Plus 6 to shield deflection. Shield deflection bonus also applies to reflex. So, where she's using a sword and shield, that may be what we should go with. If we're going to make her, offensive. Plus 5 damage reduction. Recovery time when switching weapons or spells and grimoires. Well, she doesn't use a grimoire, so we don't need that. Allows the healing of a modest amount of health on the user. Grants wound binding once per rest. That's not bad. Allows the healing of a small amount of health to an ally. Probably don't need that. Constant endurance regeneration. I think we'll go with this for now. And then in the on our next level we'll go with the sword and shield. That sounds like a good idea to me.
Right.
Whoa. Hello. Interesting.
Nice and slow.
Yeah, maybe we should go slowly a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's like all kinds of whispering in the background. Vessel flesh. The guy just disintegrated. That was added to the stash. So we'll go ahead and collect these. I'm assuming she's having like some kind of vision. Smashed structures formed of stone, adder, and copper covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. And that is the alarm for the end of the episode, but we'll finish this off here. Okay. So, that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'm actually really intrigued by this game. And if you are, remember to like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you'd like to see. And until then, as always, I thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next episode.